This is Leo Cloutier with Malice Toward None. It's indeed a pleasure to be in the office of one of the youngest executives in the National Hockey League. At this time, at the Boston Garden, the home of the Boston Bruins, I'd like to welcome to our show the president of the Boston Bruins, Weston Adams Jr. Wes, you must be the youngest executive in the National Hockey League, the youngest president of any club such as the Bruins.
Well, I think so. I certainly know in the NHL I am. I don't know if in all of professional sports if that's true. I feel like I'm 27 going on 45 or 50. But I enjoy it so much. It's once again, it's even though you're working maybe 14 hours a day, it's really not like working. It's almost like an avocation rather than a job. It's as much of a hobby as it is a labor of love.
As I recall, you went to the University of Georgia, did you not?
Correct.
And how come you didn't become a football player?
They were much too big and mean for me, I'm afraid, down at the University of Georgia. I was a fair to middling basketball player. We don't talk about that much in my family, but the University of Georgia was a great experience for me, and just meeting the people that I did and establishing the friendships that I've managed to maintain over a period of time since I left there, and it was really one of the best experiences of my life. Certainly some of the happiest years of my life, anyway.
You know, Wes, I had the pleasure of being in the office of Clarence Campbell 2 weeks ago in Montreal, and we talked about the Adams family and their many years, countless years with the Bruins. Your grandfather, was it, who became the first owner of the Boston Bruins?
That's correct. My grandfather, C.F. Adams, was the first franchise holder of a National Hockey League team in the United States. I guess, in fact, he brought professional hockey to the United States at a time when he and probably just a few others thought that there was a real future of the game, for the game here, and his determination paid off. He loved the game, and I don't think he really much cared whether they won or lost. He enjoyed the game so much. They used to go by train up to Toronto and Montreal and have made quite a trip out of it.
And then your famous dad, Weston Adams Sr., succeeded your grandfather, Charles F. Adams, did he?
Yes, he did. Immediately after, he said his one regret was that he really took over the hockey business at about 30. He said he wished he'd done it at 25, and that's why he insisted I started about age 25. He said the extra 5 years you will really need.
That means that you're about 26 or going on 27 now. You've been at the helm now for how long? A year and a half?
Well, this is my third full year. I'm 27 now.
Then you are the youngest executive, the youngest president in sports, in Major League Sports, because Peter O'Malley at 32 is president of the Los Angeles Dodgers in the National Baseball League, so you're to be congratulated. You've done a tremendous job in your few years so far in this great game of hockey, Wes.
Well, I appreciate the compliments, but I think a lot of the credit, if not all the credit, has to go to the people that work for the Bruins, including the scouts, the coaches, Tom Johnson, Milt Schmidt. Everybody that's involved is really carries their share of the load, and it makes my job much easier.
This was an interview with Weston Adams Jr., the president of the Boston Bruins, the Boston Braves, of the National Hockey League, and the American Hockey League. And this brings us to the end of With Malice Toward None from the Boston Garden. Until tomorrow, Leo Cloutier. Good day.
Brought to you by Poster Fix. At Poster Fix, we bring your vintage posters back to life. To learn more about Leo Cloutier's sports world, visit leocloutier.com.